Got my coffee ready. Today's chapter. Let's get to it. Welcome, guys, to my review of chapter 1012 of One Piece called H. For the cover request, we get a very out of place image for Kid where he's in like overalls. He's making a bird, and some birds are nesting in his hair. Really off putting on Kid's part there. But it was a cover request. We cut to where the scabbards are doing, and they're going to the second floor. It seems cutting from third floor where they were to the second floor, and Izo is asking if Okiko's okay. Well, how's your arm doing? Well, you're missing an arm, but how are you doing? And she just mentions, oh, it's an itch, like saying it's nothing, it's a scratch. But then compares it to the same pain as when you left, so it's nothing more than that itch. So I'm like, you're contrasting that it really hurts, but you're just saying it's an itch. Okay. I forgot the Kappa's name, but he was mentioning, what are we gonna do after, once we finish and everything's over with Wano, are we gonna open the borders? And again, Izo is like, let's take care of us right now. Let's finish this fight first, and then we can worry about what's gonna happen in the future. And Kinemon sets out a plan of what we should do. We should scatter here. I'll take on this role. You guys can do this, and he sets out like a captain role, like a leadership role here on what everybody should do, and they agree. And Kiku is mentioning, let me fit, like in the translation it's a little different here in the official, but it seems like she wants to finish, or at least not kill off, but she says, I want to vanquish Kanjiro. Yeah, I want to vanquish Kanjiro. Like, I want to defeat him. I want to be the one that defeats him because I failed last time after I beat him. Which sucks that this all happened, well, at least certain events happened because she didn't end up killing him in that instance. But, Oda and not killing off characters, right? And Nekomamushi sees Shishilian, right? That's his name? Shishilian and Bariete. God, I do not know how to pronounce those names. And mentions a status report. Here, Nekomamushi was informed of what happened to Pedro while he was away. And Pedro sacrificed so that Luffy and his crew were able to actually get off the island of Big Mom's territory. And Nekomamushi is mentioning what a brave way to go out, and I'm the person that caused your death is here. Well, what a great opportunity to avenge you. And so Nekomamushi beautifully just leaps within like his like excitement, just enticing smile to just go and avenge Pedro and take care of who was the cause that he died. Or how did I word that right? Of who caused him to die. We cut to the next part where we see Yamato, and she, again, they use the word itching. She's itching to go fight. She's itching to go take care of help the Straw Hats, be in the war, stop her dad. And she's like, here, I'll be a decoy. This is going to be you. They're going to pretend this is you and get confused. And Shinobu's like, don't worry, we contacted Kinemon. You're fine. And then, Yamato goes running off and leaves Momonosuke on Shinobu's hands. But before she leaves, she mentions, oh, how's Luffy doing? And again, we have Momonosuke look up. He's looking up. So he sees them. Like, it's weird. He manages to hear their voices, or maybe not sees them is the right word, but he's directing his eyes where the voices should be coming from, which is the roof. But the term voices must mean something different here. It could be the voices of their will, the voices of their soul, something other than maybe actual voices. But Kaido used the same terminology that we would imagine, oh, since he's close enough, maybe he can hear them talking. But again, Momonosuke uses the same term, so it might not be actual voices. And again, some people are throwing out the hypothesis, the theory that it's, oh, he's looking at them through Zunisha. I freaking just remembered the name. He's looking at them through Zunisha. But that may not be the case, since he's actually looking up in this case and hearing their voices like Kaido. Like, maybe the theory also of Kaido and Momonosuke are interlinked because of the devil fruit. That's another theory that people have said. But Yamato says, "Oh, I have to hurry. It means it's a 1v1 since there's two voices left. It's Luffy versus Kaido." And she's running off to help him. We in the last part here, we also see Monosuke finally open up his father's journal. And I wonder if he's going to see anything in the next chapter, in the next upcoming chapters, of anything that might be revealed in that journal. Now, this second part had me cracking up because all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we have Sanji carrying a giant cross. And I'm like, what the heck did you find? But it's a good thing Sanji ran this way, because now he's fending off the cross, and he's defending the cross, which we later find out is Zoro. He's defending Zoro from all these people that are trying to stop him and get the bounty on his head, and they kind of assume that's Zoro or somebody that's of high value. And we have Sanji just yelling. He sees Law and Zoro falling from the sky. He catches them perfectly. And Zeus is there, which I'm assuming Zeus is going to where Big Mom is, but I'm not sure if he's going to go to Nami's Vivre card. Does she still have that Vivre card? Nami's Vivre card of Big Mom, which means they might separate at a certain time and he goes to Nami, or he might just end up going to Big Mom here. But Sanji's talking to him and he doesn't reply. He just kind of like ignores him and goes off in a hurry. Now what I like is Law. I thought for sure Law was going to heal Zoro here, right? Everybody would assume that, right? He's a big player. Law's a doctor, but Law says, splint him up. He has 20 to 30 broken bones, confirmed by Law at least. Splint him up, and Law just goes off in a hurry. And then Sanji's asking, well, what's in that direction? What's going on? Is that Big Mom? What do I do? And then he's just yelling. He's frustrated, but I love the camaraderie of him and Zoro. Even though they argue all the time, you just see him just wrapping him up, splinting him up, taking care of his crewmate. It's just like moments like that just shows the connection that they have, even though they always argue, but they're still on the same crew and still good friends. I love how Sanji's just asking him, who did this to you? Big Mom, Kaido, and he's like, and that figures. Like, he's in such a bad state. And I love how he just immediately falls asleep. Sanji ends up meeting up with the Scabbards that are going in that way, and they're asking a bunch of questions. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? And then Zoro wakes up. I love that he wakes up to mention some small comment, and knocks out again after giving a direction. But Zoro mentions go to the performance floor where Tama should be going to also. I hope that it's just seeing Zoro in this state. It's just he's all splinted up. He's all like healing. He's knocking out. He's sleeping to try and heal. I don't know if he has any other role to play in this war anymore, since he's so heavily damaged after everything he took from Big Mom and Kaido and the attack that he did on Kaido. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to do much more, but hopes out that he gets up, manages to do something else for the war. We cut to where Big Mom is now. Big Mom and Nami, and this part is so funny. It was a good chapter, just everything that plays out in the comedy aspects. So Ulti's gonna go attack Big Mom, and then Nami sees the opportunity, tries to take advantage of the situation, and goes and tells Big Mom, that's the other person that made you sad. She did that bad thing you were crying about. And Big Mom says, shut the hell up, I'm coming after you next. And then Nami immediately changes demeanor and asks, Ulti, we'll take Big Mom down together. What do you say? And then Ulti's yelling at Nami too, like, you're next after her. And she's like, well, crap, everybody's out for me. In this aspect, I don't know what happened, if Ulti's really fast or they turned around where Ulti was previously and she wasn't there, but that's because she was jumping around. I don't know if they can follow her movements or not, but she headbutts the Kona Inu, which, ouch, because then she says, did that break a few bones? So I'm guessing the Kona Inu needs some healing too and is just out from running. And this next part with Nami is Otama is doing her best. She can't do anything, and she tries to get in the way and protect the Kona Inu. And she gets slapped on the face to get pushed out of the way. And you see Big Mom, and I thought, oh no, you pissed off Big Mom. That's my immediate thought. And then you just see Big Mom, the panels of Big Mom just looking like she's so mad. And then out here comes Nami electrocuting. I wish that was Zeus's lightning. He might be there. He might have come by really quickly from the part where Sanji was. But she electrifies the heck out of Ulti and manages to protect Tama. And the surprise that it was Nami there, just her, like, I guess motherly instinct or protective nature of Tama kicks in, and she says, I'm going to defeat you for what you did to Tama. You do not hit a little child like that. And I love that. And then that's the end of the chapter. That was I enjoyed this chapter. It was a 2-week break. It feels like it was such a long 2-week break, but it feels so refreshing to get a good Straw Hat chapter, even though we didn't cut to the rooftop. That was a really good chapter. I really enjoyed it. It was a really refreshing chapter, I gotta say. I liked it. Now, predictions for next chapter, I gotta say, it's hard to gauge. I'm gonna think we get some chapters with the Straw Hats, maybe a rooftop scene. Kaido and Luffy are talking, since Momonosuke mentioned voices. Maybe it's actually the voices of Kaido and Luffy talking back and forth, giving some back and forth. Maybe what Kaido's doing, why Kaido's doing this, and maybe I want more Straw Hat chapter here. Let's see. I want the Chopper versus Queen fight. I'm hoping that's the Queen fight, and Chopper gets to shine here and actually do some damage during versus a commander. But that's a really high reach for Chopper. But I feel like that would put him so high on some people's tier lists because of, like, I feel like he's so underrated. Next thing I was gonna mention is the Marco and Perospero. Perospero should be with Marco, or at least going to attack Marco, and now Nekomamushi should kick in, fly in, help Marco here in this fight versus the two commanders, and he takes care of Perospero, so Marco doesn't have to do a 3v1 fight, which honestly I want to see what Marco's doing. That man is doing a 2v1, two commanders versus him, and that just made him shine so much on the commanders tier list. And hopefully we get a rooftop fight or some action with Luffy, and hopefully Zoro chimes in a little bit more. But that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you for the next chapter. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.